First, we have our guests from India and Saudi Arabia, and of course we are discussing the situation in the Middle East. We were expecting, signatures on the agreement. So far, we don't have that, but right now, Strait of Hormuz is in a strange state between war and peace. And it is really in everybody's interest that the freedom of navigation is respected in the Strait of Hormuz, because everybody's paying a very high price for this. Of course, we are discussing also other aspects of the Middle East situation and how does it impact us and how we can cooperate together on these issues. Then we will discuss also our core interests regarding Russia. In the peace negotiations, it's not much happening right now, and we also see on the battlefield that Russia is on a back foot there. So that's why it's really the place to discuss with the foreign ministers, the core interests, the core requests that we also have for Russia, because once we we go to the table, then it should be also very clear what we are doing there, what is the substance that we want to discuss. And in our interest is that there is a long and a sustainable, long-lasting peace, and long-lasting peace, of course, has elements like accountability that we need to discuss. And then the last point on our agenda is the European security strategy, so comprehensive approach really to get the take from the member states, how they see this and how we proceed with this.
How is it relevant for the EU to already discuss having a special envoy or someone who would negotiate at the table when the EU is not sure already that it will be invited?
No, it's not the question of being invited to the table, because if you think about what Russia is interested in, lifting of the sanctions, for example, it's a European decision. So in order to actually, decide that, we also need to say that we have a very, very clear interest. Of course, all these topics that concern Ukraine, only Ukraine and Russia can negotiate and agree on. But there are many things that concern Europe. Now, I find that it's a trap that Russia wants us to walk into, that we discuss who talks to them, and they are already picking who is suitable or who is not. Let's not walk into that trap. Negotiations is always a team effort. You have good cops, you have bad cops, you have a strategy, how you go to the table. So that's why the substance is much more important than who.